frustrated
not
about the
every
online, but you're not coming up here talking to everybody about how you're upset because she's breastfeeding her child in public. Guess what? Breast need people utilize their breasts for feeding. Okay, did you know that?
not
Did you know that?
everybody.
Did you know
Not
that?
everybody. I
Well,
guess her
hey,
mama didn't. I guess your mama and her mama didn't teach y'all about being
bitch,
conservative
let
either.
me tell you
And
something,
be
bitch. Let me tell you something. Don't you ever
go
come
ahead.
in here and tell me what my mama taught me. Because I know what your mama didn't teach you some
Well,
goddamn fucking manners. So let me
obviously,
tell
your
you
mother
real
didn't
quick.
teach
Don't you
you about
ever come up
covering
in here and
yourself
tell me
up.
what my mom taught me.
Well, obviously, she didn't teach you about covering yourself up.
Oh, okay. Modest Ashlee in the building. Modest Ashlee in the building. Okay. Yeah. Fuck out of here.
Mine covered up,
Low baby,
honey.
go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
can I say something to Ashley? Ashley, you got on here talking about basically you don't feel comfortable allowing your son to like see that type of stuff. So I'm assuming you didn't breastfeed, but at the end of the day, it's
Nope.
a natural thing, is it not?
Oh, she said nope.
It's a natural thing, but you don't
Okay,
have
so
to do
pause,
that in public
pause,
like
boom. You
these do.
answered my question. So
Why?
it's a
So
natural
when a baby
thing.
needs to drink out of a bottle and needs to drink milk, you're gonna feed it, right? So the baby is
You can go in
strictly
the
breastfed.
bathroom. Malls have
No,
bathrooms
I'm not
now
gonna
with
feed
that
my
stuff
baby
in
where
Well,
there.
shit
I'm
is
not going
laid.
to a bathroom to feed my child, especially
Where
if I'm in
shit
the
is
middle of
laid.
especially if I'm in the middle of grocery shopping. I'm gonna whip a titty out, bitch.
Okay. And I hope it squirts her in the face. The freak.
Okay,
You're weird.
I'm
That's
gonna whip a
weird.
titty out
As a
just
woman,
because I'm gonna feed mine regardless. Go in a fucking
girl,
bathroom. You're so
the
stupid.
hell? We have come too
Ashley,
far as women to sit here and talk about, oh, women don't need to cover up themselves. You are bringing us way back. Girl, that's too much, even for me. Like, girl, you.
Like, listen, be mad at the girl, okay? You got some valid points. You want to be mad at calcium, cool. But to come up here and try to preach your women shouldn't be breastfeeding in public BS on the backs of what this woman is doing, fuck that.
Exactly.
You wrong. You mad at the girl? Cool. I agree with you on a lot of stuff. I agree with everybody on a lot of stuff. But you're not going to come up here and try to bash women who breastfeed their children in public, especially because I did it myself. Now, you didn't breastfeed yours. That's cool. You don't have to. But you're not going to shame other people that do.
Okay,
Well, you
so
know
can I
what?
say
All
something to
I'm
Ashley,
saying is
please?
it doesn't hurt to go. They have family centers in a lot of
So,
malls nowadays
and
for
But they don't
breastfeeding
have it where
people.
Can I
I
say
live,
I
something
and
to
I've
don't
Ashley,
never
want
seen
please?
one.
Can I
kids
say
should
go
something to
not,
live in
Ashley,
a
little
please?
bunker
kids should
somewhere.
not be
Then go if
tolerated.
you don't listen, Ashley. If you don't want to see people breastfeed, go live in a fucking bunker
Are you
somewhere.
serious?
Go live in a bunker where it's just you and your child, and you don't have to see the outside world.
I got a
That's
question.
Ashley,
so
So
I
despicable.
Ashley, is it that she's breastfeeding in public and like your son has the chance to see something natural, or is it the fact that it's just her titty out in public? Like, what is
Right, you
it? Something
coward. Turn on
natural,
your camera.
natural
Turn on
women
your
do.
camera. You coward. Turn on your camera.
So wait, I also got a question, Ashley. Like, are you gonna teach your son like things that women bodies have to go through, or like is that something you're also gonna keep from him?
can I say something to Ashley because I know she's not gonna turn her camera on, and I know how this jury works. When you don't turn the camera on, you get dropped. Ashley, I came up here to say that I find it very not only funny but kind of deplorable and disgusting that you, as somebody who say you're trying to raise a young man, not only put what the fuck he sees in his eyes on a natural woman's body. You're gonna use us as the excuse as to why your son is possibly gonna have some kind of fucked up mindset, as if these kids don't have to get fed. Let's start there. Number two, what kind of mother who's raising another young child comes at another fucking parent's parenting? If you are really a parent, you should know that if you parent your child the right fucking way, no matter what the fuck I decide to do in this society, your parenting will make your child right, right? But it sounds to me like you're depending on me to make sure that your child is raised right. That ain't my motherfucking job. My job is to make sure that my child eats. I don't give a good goddamn if you, Sam, Harry, and Ken is sitting in front of me. If my child is crying and they hungry, I don't give a good goddamn about you. And what you need to teach your son is that
Right.
if he really wants to be a stand-up man in society, how to look at a woman and understand that they are feeding their child rather than sexualizing them. And if you're sexualizing them, how the fuck you gonna teach them how to not sexualize them? So I don't think you can even do that. You got some unpacking to do. You got some education you need to get, because what you're doing is sit up here putting your sexualizing and your fucking issues and your projection on us.
She has to
That ain't our
unmute
problem.
herself. She has to
Exactly.
unmute herself. For those of you, she's muted. She has to unmute herself. Go ahead, Ashley.
Okay. All I'm saying, little kids don't need to be exposed to that at certain ages. Yes, it is natural. People breastfeed, but you know what? You kind of know when your child has to eat. Not every child.
No, you're not serious, right? You know when your child has to. You know how infants work.
Oh my God.
Do you know
Yeah.
how infants work? Do you know how infants
Did
work?
you not feed your kid every 3 to 4 hours?
Not all. Not all.
No,
Girl,
no, I didn't.
Girl.
And you don't even,
Girl.
do you know about special feeding children? Do you know there are children that actually have fucking dietary, they have dietary issues? What about those
I sure
kids?
do.
Oh, so all kids
Sure
have the
do.
same dietary habits, right?
How old is your son? How old is your son?
I sure do, because I had a preemie son and I had a healthy son. And my preemie son had different feeding requirements than my healthy son. But I knew their feeding schedules when I went out in public.
Oh, and they
Okay,
never
so
missed
you
a meal?
see that in
They
the
never missed a meal? They
Take
never
bottom.
sleep. Hold on. They didn't ever sleep through a meal? They never slept through a meal?
No, 'cause I
You
woke
telling
them
me you
up.
woke them up every single time? Bitch, you
Yep.
lying. You
No,
lying.
I'm not.
You lying. I ain't never woke up
No,
no
because I
sleeping
wake
baby.
my kids up to feed them.
So what
You okay.
Ashley, what Ashley believes is let the kids starve so that way she can be comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell you.
That's what she's
How old
saying.
is Ashley?
And
How
for
old is your
me, like
son?
I said, no offense, I don't care if
I
I'm
have
uncomfortable.
an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay, well, okay. Well,
And
I
I'm
can
sorry.
I
I'm
can
sorry for
assure
your
you.
kids.
Yeah, I
You know
I
what's
can
funny?
assure
I got an
you.
8-year-old. You know what's funny? She seen, you know what's funny what happened? When she seen my chest, you know what she asked me? She said, Mommy, what's that? And you know what job it was for me as a parent to explain to her what the hell she was looking at. So I don't understand why you have such an issue. It sounds like you have the issue because the kids
Right.
don't even know what the hell going on until you explain it to them.
Exactly.
Right. Sounds like you
Well,
can't. It sounds like you don't
when
know how
their
to educate.
minds are mature enough and they're ready for those kind of talks, then I will have them talks with
But
them.
what
An 8-year-old and 10-year-old are not maturely ready for it.
hold on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. But you're what grade? He's 10 years old. So what is he in? Sixth grade?
Yeah, 5th grade.
Fifth grade.
His brain's still old.
I can guarantee that by fifth grade and sixth grade, somebody said the word boobs. I can guarantee it. So you telling me that when is he mature enough to hear about it? Because I can guarantee when I was in school, some people said that. People talked about it. We talked
I'm
about
not teaching my kid at 10 years old about breastfeeding yet. He doesn't need to know about breastfeeding yet. He's
that's
damn
Ashley, I think
parent.
you're very childish as a mother because as your son being in fifth grade, shortly enough, if not already, he's going to have health class, okay? And I think that's something young men should be educated on. Me, as a first-time boy mom, I'm definitely going to educate my son on a woman's body because when he hear his friends or a female going through her menstrual cycle or whatever, I want him to be able to help that young lady and not laugh at her and this, that, and the third. No, you're very irresponsible as a mother, and that's just period.
Because at 11 years old, I had my first period, right? So let's put it as a boy. When you see those breasts and you see those things, if she's breastfeeding a child, that's it. They don't need to sexualize it. They don't need to make it any more than she's feeding her baby. Oh, baby, that's another way to feed a child rather than a bottle.
You know what? I bet your son plays video games, doesn't he? Are those violent video games?
Grand Theft Auto is full of titties.
Do you care about the violence in the video games? I bet you don't educate
He
him on
doesn't
the
play
violence.
violent. He doesn't play violent video games. He plays farming
what games
video
would he
games.
play? What games does he play?
Farming simulator.
So your son a lame.
I just want to say this though.
My
Also,
son's
can
a
I
what?
bounce off of?
No, we ain't
Can
gonna
I
go
say
there.
this real quick? Also, to bounce off of that.
My son's a what?
Down a little bit, but I do want to say this. Like, it is very imperative. It's very imperative that you teach your son about the world because you sheltering him is hurting him. And I'm saying this calmly to you because I don't want to be like the one that's always coming off. But dead ass, you not telling him what's going on is the reason why these little boys do end up over sexualizing women. Because you don't tell him the first thing he goes and looks at a porn, they learn from that. I'm sorry, corn. They look at corn and they learn from that. And that's how they get their mindset as to how to look at women. So you as his mother is supposed to be the first person to give him his outlook on society and women and how to deal with both as a whole. Breastfeeding is not unnatural. It is literally feeding your kids. So it really kind of bothers me that, again, I'm going to reiterate this. If you find it sexualizing,
I'm going to drop you down.
How can you teach him not to? Because it seems like it's more so of an issue of you feel uncomfortable because in your head, honestly, You might look at that like it is sexualizing. Now, I'm not judging you for that, but you got to unpack that first before you can teach your child anything about that. Anything, because right now you're not telling him nothing. When he goes to them other resources, he's going to come out probably, I'm just going to be honest, misogynistic, disgusting to women, and probably use them as tools.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
Because look how you're speaking about women, and you're a woman.
Yep.
Can I just clear something up? Y'all in the comments talking about I said her kid game is lame. So he play lame games. I'm not calling her child a lame. Like,
she was just saying
her kid play lame games. That's what he plays? I'm pretty sure that child plays Fortnite, GTA. She's
Right.
that's
what I wanted her to say.
No, he doesn't play Fortnite or GTA. He's a farming kid, so he plays farming games.
Well, my daughter
and
plays
everything,
farming, and
because I
she
don't
also plays
allow
Roblox and
GTA and
Minecraft.
Fortnite.
So if he plays Roblox or Minecraft, it's on there too, and that's a part of them farming games. So you might want to check. Oh, also, if your son watches YouTube, because I know that all kids watch YouTube. I'm pretty sure that he's seen at least 3 pairs of titties.
Let's not act like he don't. Let's not act like
we don't have internet here, honey. So
I bet his friends at school
like
got internet. I bet I'm sure you sit with him at school too, don't you, Ashlee? I'm sure. Or is he homeschooled? Is he homeschooled?
He's homeschooled.
You're sheltering him. And that's gonna turn out.
So what it boils down to is you're sheltering your child, and you're so afraid of the outside world seeping in that you don't want to admit.
No, I'm not sheltering my kid. I don't send him to public school because of just like accidents today that happened. We had 2 kids to get caught in his school that he previously attended to get caught with guns at school. I don't want my kid in a mass shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, but you do realize that he's not going to learn how to live in society.
Were they white?
I don't know whether they're white or black. They didn't say.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in Decatur, Alabama, so no, probably wasn't white kids.
I'm not saying to put your kid in the middle of a school shooting at all, because I wholeheartedly agree about safety, right? Mm-hmm. But what I am going to say is this. If your kid turns 18, right, and there's an incident of a shooting around him, what do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to know to run? Do you think he's going to know to get to the nearest place and hide? Do you think he's going to know to not go near any doors? He's not going to know that because you're sheltering him. You're not teaching him. You're expecting him to just learn because he's not in the environment. And that's not okay.
Yeah.
He knows to run if you hear gunfire.
Somebody made a good point. You don't have... How are you homeschooling them without internet?
I have books I go by.
How's he playing the app without internet?
How are you on the phone?
Yeah, how are you on the phone?
I have internet on my phone.
What about his tablet, though? How's he playing farming without internet?
He has a disc game. It's the disc one.
Man, you got an Instagram.
I can go get you the game and show you it's on a disc.
I just
believe you.
Something your kid is not going to help.
I got bluff. Just saying.
Where are you from, Ashlee?
She's from
Alabama.
Okay.
Somebody that lives in Georgia, that lives in a very, really small town, you are not doing him any justice, like at all. You probably live far as hell from Decatur, Alabama, or whatever you were saying. I live far as hell from Atlanta, Georgia. I don't hear about school shootings where I'm from. So like you saying, oh, well, I'm not putting my child in school shootings. What about school activities? What about friends? Like, what about all these things that you're depriving your child from when they have to go and step into the working field? How are
he does have friends.
Okay, 1 or 2 friends. What about social interaction? Like children need that. We need that even as adults.
I got a question. Real quick. I got a question. Ashlee, somebody sent me a text and just asked me to ask you this. Who won the 2020 election? And are you going to say Trump?
No.
Okay.
Neither one of them won it because they both cheated.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So you're
I'm not a liberal, I'm not a Democrat, and I'm not a Republican. I would rather have Trump in office than...
That's what I thought. That's what I knew you was going to go.
There it is.
You know what? Here, I'll really piss you off.
Go ahead. No,
how I was raised.
You better watch it.
How I was raised and how I continue to raise my sons. You don't mix races.
I fucking knew
You go to church every Sunday.
I fucking knew it.
Ashlee,
We got him.
I would
We
stop.
fucking
I
got
would
You know
him.
stop.
what? I'm not even offended because I wouldn't want to mix with your
Bitch,
ass
I
anyway,
mean,
because to breathe with something like that is disgusting.
Yeah.
I knew you was gonna
Thank
say
God.
that. Why are you even here? Can I ask you a
Stay over
question,
there.
Ashley? Why are you even watching a black person's live? If we don't mix races, why are you even in here? Why are you
I
here?
was scrolling through here and y'all shit popped up about that girl, and I started watching it.
And you yeah.
You know what?
And you wanted to insert your white
And you
self in the
wanted to
black
insert
business.
your shit.
Because you disagreed just a little bit about the things that the Miss Calcium was doing. She felt like you were going to degrade another black woman, but that's not what that is.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
might
what you hopped in
I
here
ain't
to do.
afraid of none of y'all. I could care less about you.
Oh, yes. So I can assume then your son is gonna grow up to be another racist piece of shit like you then.
Yeah.
Or a school shooter.
Or because we don't mix
Girl, he
races,
ain't-
right? I see Sweet Home Alabama then. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet
But if they're in the
home
South,
Alabama.
Yeah, in the South. Stay there.
Alabaster. Bye,
Yeah.
Alabaster, you thin Lippian. You can go.
Right.
Yeah. Because, like, why are you still here even?
Wait, why are you still here?
what y'all
Yeah.
think?
You don't care
You-
what we think, then why are you still here? This is a black woman's platform. What
Yeah,
hell?
why are you here?
It's Black History Month. At least give us that. Go away.
You know what? You know what? This don't
Dude.
piss you off anymore.
You
Even when I
guys are
tell
the
you
ones
something,
who
Ashley.
threw such a damn
You
fit about
guys
the
are the
Confederate
ones
soldiers statues being
Talking
so
about nobody
racist.
fucking talking about that. You're fucking weird. Go
Girl,
away.
you just came in here to spew your white supremacy.
Hate. Like, what the hell? She thought you were about to tear down another black woman, but that's not what that is. You might disagree.
Right.
We're going to encourage our black women and teach our black women, hey, listen, what you're doing might not be right. We still stand with her, though. That's it. Period.
Nigga,
Right.
like you
Doing
could come
one
up here
thing wrong.
talking about black mamas. That's what brought me up
That's
here.
what-
It's like,
that's
who
what
the fuck mama you talking about?
Okay,
That's really
that's what
what
she
it
was
was.
doing. She's like, oh, I'm surprised she didn't say the N-word. You hear me?
Right. She wanted to, though. You
Oh,
know
she wanted to so
though.
bad. That was
She wanted
ew.
to.
I'm not worried about
man.
any of yes.
Any of y'all's. Girl,
With any of you, and you're educating your son. No fucking
Confederate
wonder.
flag. Where did that even drop in? Like, where does that fit in this conversation about boobs?
Yeah, like no wonder. No, I'm gonna say something. Hold on, I'm gonna say something that's gonna really piss y'all
Piss
off.
you off.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Freaking
I was
real.
waiting for it to say, baby, I was like, if you say the N-word, I swear to God, I'm gonna give you
And
every
here's the
last
funny
classy
thing:
breed that
she's
you passed
worried
out on the
about
class.
school. Hold on, like she's worried about school shooters, and you're sitting here being the most racist piece of shit. And she go, "Oh, well, they probably were black. No, bitch, they were white."
That's why she said that. She's racist.
Yeah,
I don't believe in mixed
Mixed
races.
races.
I'm a Trump supporter. Girl, bye.
I think Trump should have won. Okay?
You're right. Well, I'm not a Democrat. Girl, stop.
But I think
Anybody
Trump
can
should
see
have
where
won.
you was coming from a mile